Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Kristina's captivity crisis. Sidwell targets Sonny's daughter over diamonds. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers reveal that Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, could be making a big mistake if he locks in a deal to move Holly Sutton's, Emma Sam's, stolen diamonds. Sonny could be making an enemy out of Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda, which could obviously put his loved ones at risk. We should also point out that Natalia Ramirez, Eva LaRue, has an unknown ex who she shares a son with. Since GH has never identified Natalia's former flame and Eloy's bio dad, it makes sense that he could be Sidwell. Between helping to move the stolen diamonds and pursuing Sidwell's potential ex-lover, Sonny may get on his new rival's bad side for multiple reasons. Sidwell and Sonny could be gearing up for quite the feud. Sonny would do anything for his children, so Sidwell might target Kristina as this storyline heats up. Of course, it's possible Sidwell could go after another family member instead, but Kristina seems the most likely under the circumstances. That's especially true if our predictions about Sidwell being Natalia's ex come true. Natalia has gotten to know Kristina through her connection to Blazaka Allison Hallie Rogers, Jacqueline Grace Lopez, so it'd be another way to tie this whole story together. If Sidwell gets updates on Sonny helping Holly move his stolen diamonds, you can bet he'll retaliate. Sidwell might kidnap Kristina and throw her in captivity until Sonny can get his diamonds back or reimburse him for his losses. Naturally, there's no guarantee Sidwell would actually release Kristina if Sonny surrendered to his demands, so the stakes would be awfully high. Sonny has proven the lengths he'll go to when it comes to protecting Kristina. Just look at what happened after John Jagger Cates, Adam J. Harrington, crossed the line and started harassing Kristina as part of his feud with Sonny. Agent Cates paid with his life, so Sonny might vow to make Sidwell do the same. However, scoring Kristina's freedom would be Sonny's priority, so he might have to carry out Sidwell's wishes long enough to gain the upper hand. Kristina has already been through a lot due to her window tumble, her baby's demise, and all the conflict that's played out with Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vecchinos. Sam McCall's Kelly Monaco grim fate will add to the turmoil for Kristina soon enough. Unfortunately, Sidwell could set the stage for a captivity crisis next, depending on where GH writers are going with all this. Will Kristina land in grave danger once Sonny gets tangled up with a wrong villain? The sun was beginning to set over Port Charles, casting long shadows across the city, but for Kristina Corinthos Davis, darkness had already descended. What was supposed to be a routine day quickly turned into a nightmare, one that would drag her deeper into a deadly web involving her father, Sonny Corinthos, and the dangerous criminal network that had targeted her. It all began with a casual stroll near the piers, a place she had been countless times. Kristina had a lot on her mind lately: family drama, her evolving role at Charlie's pub, and the tension between her and Sonny. It had been a rocky road ever since she learned that her father had chosen to keep secrets again, but this time it wasn't about mob business. It was about something far more personal. Sonny had been hiding a high-stakes conflict involving a shipment of rare diamonds that had gone missing from one of his secret transactions. Though he had tried to keep the details quiet to protect his family, the enemies he'd made over the years saw an opportunity, one that led directly to Kristina. She was a pawn in a dangerous game, a piece they could leverage to get what they wanted. As Kristina approached her car, she didn't notice the dark SUV parked nearby, its windows tinted too dark to see through. Nor did she notice the two men slowly closing in behind her. She was caught completely off guard when the van doors swung open, and a masked figure grabbed her, forcing her into the vehicle before she could even scream for help. Her world went black as the door slammed shut, the sound of tires screeching echoing in the distance. Back at his penthouse, Sonny Corinthos was deep in conversation with his right-hand man, Jason Morgan. The topic at hand, the missing diamonds. "We need to get ahead of this, Jason," Sonny said, his voice low and deadly serious. "Those stones are worth millions, but it's not just the money. If Sidwell gets his hands on them, he'll have enough power to cripple every major player in this town. And if he thinks I'm weak because of that shipment, he'll come after my family." Jason nodded, understanding the gravity of the situation. Sidwell, a ruthless and cunning rival in the criminal underworld, had recently moved into Port Charles, determined to establish himself as a new power player. His methods were brutal, and he had no qualms about using anyone's loved ones to get what he wanted. Sonny knew Sidwell would eventually make a move, but he never anticipated his daughter would be the first target. As Sonny was strategizing his next steps, his phone rang. He glanced at the unknown number and immediately felt a chill. Something was wrong. When he answered, the voice on the other end was smooth but menacing. "Mr. Corinthos, I believe you know who this is. Let's not waste time. I have something of yours, Kristina. If you want her back alive, you'll give me the diamonds." Sonny's blood ran cold. "If you hurt her, I swear." The voice cut him off. "You're not in a position to make threats, Corinthos. You want your daughter back, you'll meet my demands. No police, no Jason, just you and the diamonds. You have 24 hours. I'll send you instructions." The line went dead. Sonny stood frozen for a moment, his grip tightening on the phone. His mind raced, every instinct screaming to protect his daughter. He knew Sidwell wouldn't hesitate to kill Kristina if his demands weren't met. But Sonny didn't have the diamonds. They were still missing. He turned to Jason, his voice filled with fury and fear. "Sidwell has Kristina." Jason's face hardened. "We'll find her. We won't let him get away with this." Meanwhile, Kristina awoke in a cold, dimly lit room, her wrists bound to a chair. Panic surged through her as she tried to recall how she got here. The last thing she remembered was the struggle near her car, and now she was locked away, a prisoner. She knew this had something to do with Sonny, but she had no idea how deep the trouble ran. Suddenly, the door creaked open, and a tall figure stepped inside. His face was shadowed, but she could feel his cold gaze. "You must be Kristina," the man said, his voice as smooth and terrifying as a serpent. "I'm Sidwell. Your father and I have some unfinished business, and you're going to help me settle the score." Kristina glared at him, her fear masked by defiance. "You don't know my father. He'll tear this whole city apart to find me." Sidwell chuckled, stepping closer until he was inches from her face. "Oh, I'm counting on that. But here's the thing, he can't find you. And even if he does, it won't matter unless he gives me what I want. So sit tight, princess. This could all be over soon, depending on how smart your father is." Back at the penthouse, Sonny was assembling his team. He didn't trust the police with this. It was too risky. Jason, Spinelli, and Brick were his only options. Together, they had to track Sidwell's operation, find the diamonds, and get Kristina back without triggering a bloodbath. Every second counted. As they worked through leads and tried to gather intel on Sidwell's hideout, Sonny felt the weight of his decision. Kristina had always been headstrong, independent, and distant from his business, but now she was right in the middle of it. He cursed himself for not seeing the danger sooner, for not protecting her from the life he had chosen. But regret wouldn't help him now. Action would. With time running out, Sonny knew he was facing the ultimate test. Sidwell was playing a dangerous game, and the stakes couldn't be higher. If Sonny didn't find those diamonds and get Kristina back, he stood to lose not just a valuable asset, but his daughter. And that was a price he wasn't willing to pay. In the shadows, Sidwell watched from afar, knowing he had the upper hand. Or so he thought. What he didn't realize was that Sonny Corinthos was at his most dangerous when cornered, and nothing, no amount of diamonds, no enemy too powerful, would stop him from saving Kristina. Poor Charles was about to witness a battle like no other, where family ties, loyalty, and bloodshed would collide, and Kristina's fate would hang in the balance.